Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever hit a wall in life where you felt completely overlooked, like your prayers were just bouncing off the ceiling? Maybe you're feeling it right now, tired, overwhelmed, and quietly asking, God, where are you in all this? If that sounds like you, then this story is absolutely for you. Because sometimes God's light doesn't arrive in a huge flash. It comes gently when your heart is finally ready to see it. This is the light that found me. Meet Daniel. He was sitting on the edge of his bed, staring at a stack of unpaid bills. The only sound was the soft tick-tock of a broken clock. He'd lost his job months ago, and every single day felt heavier than the last. He'd prayed, he'd fasted, he'd cried out, but nothing seemed to change. He started to wonder if God had just forgotten him. Every morning, he'd walk through crowded streets, surrounded by people who seemed to have purpose, to be going somewhere meaningful. Meanwhile, he felt stuck in this endless loop of disappointment and emptiness. His heart was truly tired, and his faith was fading fast. One afternoon, dragging his feet home, Daniel heard a voice echoing from across the street. A man stood there, Bible in hand, preaching with such passion. Daniel usually just walked past, but something about this preacher's words made him stop. The Lord is your light and salvation. Whom shall you fear? The Lord is the strength of your life. Daniel froze. Those words felt strangely familiar, like something he'd once believed with all his heart. The preacher continued, darkness doesn't mean defeat. Sometimes God lets the storm rage, just to show you he's still your anchor. For the first time in a long time, Daniel felt a flicker. It wasn't joy yet, but it was something. He stood, listening quietly. Then he turned and walked away, but those powerful words? They followed him all the way home. That night, rain fell softly outside his window. Daniel sat on his bed, looking at his old Bible. He hadn't opened it in months. Slowly, he reached for it, flipping through the pages until his eyes landed on Psalm 27, verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? The verse hit him hard, deep in his soul. Daniel closed his eyes and whispered, God, I don't even know where to begin anymore, but I desperately need you. Please, light up my path again. From that very night, something started to shift. Not on the outside, not yet, but deep within him. He began praying every morning, even when it felt incredibly difficult. He helped his mom with chores, he started smiling a little more, and he opened his Bible daily. Slowly, peace began to replace the emptiness that had once consumed him. Weeks passed. Daniel started going for job interviews again, not because he felt confident he'd get hired, but because he believed God was walking with him this time. When one employer said, "We'll be in touch," Daniel didn't feel anxious. He just smiled genuinely and said, "Thank you." Outside, he looked up at the sky and whispered, I know you're working, God. I trust you. Days later, his phone rang. The same company offered him a position. It wasn't the most glamorous job, but for Daniel, it was an undeniable sign that God had never, ever left him. Months went by, and Daniel's life truly began to bloom again. His family found their joy once more, laughter returned to their home, and every evening, he made sure to thank God. One night, as he read Psalm 27 again, he smiled through tears. You really are my light, he whispered. On a sunny afternoon, Daniel found himself standing on that very same street corner where the preacher had once stood. The preacher wasn't there anymore, but Daniel was. This time, he held his own Bible, sharing his story with others passing by. There was a time I thought my life was completely over, he said, a radiant smile on his face. But Psalm 27 reminded me that God is my light. And if he could find me in my darkest hour, he can absolutely find you too. The people around him listened, and Daniel could feel it. The peace, the purpose, the restoration he once thought was gone forever. Because no darkness can truly last forever when you choose to walk with the light. So, say this with me, right now. Lord, you are my light and my salvation. Even when I don't see the way, you are leading me. When I feel lost, you remind me I'm never alone. Let your light guide me, restore me, and strengthen me every single day. Because no darkness can stand where your light shines. If this story spoke to your heart today, please remember, God's light can still find you, too. Keep that faith strong, because he is absolutely not done with your story yet. Thanks so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe for more encouragement, and share this video with someone who might need to hear it. Your support means the world. God bless.